ni Senator Antonio Trillanes, no? Ito kasi, ito medyo nakakalungkot to kasi bakit nga ang dami pa rin mga kababayan natin talagang tangan-tanga, no? Yung mga DDS, I'm talking about DDS. Kasi sabi nito ni Senator Antonio Trillanes, Boss Desert Spring, shout out. Itong supporters nila Duterte family, kahit paulit-ulit na silang pinagloloko, parang mesmerize pa rin sila or hypnotize yung status nila kasi parang kulto na eh. Sabi ni Senator Antonio Trillanes yun. 'Di ba? Ako mga mandirigma, no, very interesting para sa akin yung observation ni former Senator Antonio Trillanes. His question is, why do some supporters remain solid kahit sunod-sunod na yung controversy involving the Duterte family? Many people ask, why is that? Pati ako eh, 'di ba? Despite controversy statements, highly debated policy decisions, yung mga dating speeches, 'di ba? Na nagre-resurface, yung mga legal issues still being discussed today. 'Di ba? Bakit do some supporters continue standing firmly behind the Duterte? Kasi for me this is no longer about politics. Kapag you followed and supported a political leader for many years, that support can become part of your personal identity. Magiging DDS ka na from isang tao, magiging DDS ka na. Ibang level yun. Di ba? So, di ba, from tao, tapos magiging halimaw ka. Pagka na-master mo na yung pagiging halimaw, magiging DDS ka na. Mag-evolve ka na. Diba? So, when that leader is criticized, ang unang instinct of some supporters isn't to examine the issue eh. It's to defend the leader first. Diba? Para kayo may mga toyo eh. Psychology has an explanation for this. Diba? People naturally accept information that confirms what they already believe while becoming more skeptical of information that challenges those beliefs. Diba? Hindi lang ito nangyari sa one political group or isang bansa lang. It happens across many political movements around the world. That's why when old videos, old interviews, pati mga official documents, kahit nga yung mga new reports pag lumalabas, some people first reaction is, fake yan, fake yan. Ito nakalimutan nyo na? Pag pinakita, hindi, edited yan, edited. Splice. Tayo iba pa, out of context, ginawa lang AI yan propaganda. Propaganda lang yun. Instead of looking at the full picture first, inuunahang protektahan yung leader. Bakit? Because they trusted for years. Hindi, nakasanayan na nila no? Ganon talaga si Duterte, master manipulator ang walang yan yun. Kaya ang ganda ng observation ni Antonio Trillanes ni Senator. Pero hindi lang naman siya nakakapag-obserba nito. Hindi lang siya nakakatingin nito. Di ba? Pag may criticism, automatically treated as conspiracy or attack. Di ba? That's where blind loyalty becomes dangerous. For me, yung true supporter isn't someone who applauds everything. A true supporter is also willing to say, boss, parang mali na yan, hayop ka. Diba? Because accountability shouldn't apply only to political opponents. It should apply equally to allies as well. Ayoko na sabihin na ayoko nga sabihin I vote Duterte but not being DDS, hindi naman ako bobo at tanga. Sinasamba ko ang Diyos, hindi politiko. That's good, Boss Maron. it should apply equally sa lahat. Kasi guys, no, at the end of the day, loyalty alone should never be the highest standard of citizenship. Yan lang akin yan. Diba? Loyalty alone should never be the highest standard of citizenship. What matters most is whether we apply the same standard to every politicians. Whether they're allies or opponents, dapat the same question should always be asked. Where are the facts? Where is the evidence? And where is the accountability? For sure by now, no, sa ilang beses natin lagi itong inuulit-ulit dito, I'm pretty sure by now, alam nyo na yan. Laging yan yung tanong natin. Diba? Nasaan yung, where are the facts? Where is the evidence? Kaya ganun, dapat masanay tayo sa ganun. Dapat makasanayan natin yan. Ito, maganda to, no? Good news tayo. Because Duterte family is a criminal magnet and followers are devotees, not having critical thinking. Yun lang, mamilukan ng kanya. No? Ito, sabi rito, Marcos Eyes, new NKTI building as biggest dialysis, pakita natin, as biggest dialysis center in Southeast Asia. Palakpakan. Sabi rito, President Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr. on Friday led the inspection of the construction of 13-story National Kidney and Transplant Institute or NKTI legacy building in the Quezon City, which he said is poised to be the single largest dialysis center in Southeast Asia. Na-discuss na natin to ng isang araw, no? Pero meron lang siyang konting details ngayon. Kaya ayan, no, mga mandirigma, no, napakaganda nito. Very, very good. Hindi ba yung very, very good? Sa akin, very, very good dyan. Di ba? Oh. Good news. Kasi once completed the new 13-story and yung National Kidney and Transplant Institute legacy building, no, is expected ay inaasahan na maging largest dialysis center in Southeast Asia. This is a huge development for thousands of Filipinos who yung nagre-rely sa dialysis. Di ba? Hindi biro yung medical expenses. Yung mahabang linya and the burden carried by both patients and their families. If NKTI can serve more patients because of this expansion, that means more lives can be helped and our healthcare system becomes even stronger. Diba? These are the kind of project many Filipinos hope to see. Yung healthcare dialysis center, yung NKTI. Yan, palakpakan. Ito parang si PBBM, parang yung tatay niya, no? Naalala ko nga kagaya na sinasabi ko, no? Parang yun dito sa Dubai. Lagi, naalala ko 20 years ago, ang sabi ni, I think yan din yung sinabi ko kagabi, no? Yan din yata yung sinabi ko kagabi. Sabi kasi ni Sheikh Mohammed, parang 20 years ago, in-interview siya. Sheikh Mohammed, Sheikh Maktoum. Sabi ko, Sheikh Maktoum, bakit po ba yung mga project na ginagawa nyo dito, if not the biggest, the most beautiful, laging the most? Sagot lang ni Sheikh Mohammed, ni Sheikh Maktoum, why not? Totoo yun. Yun lang yung sinabi, why not lang palakpakan yung mga tao. Oh, why not? Why not? Woo! Ganun kagaling. Sana ganun din si PBBM, no? Ganun din, no? Yan. hopefully the project is scheduled, no? I mean is completed on schedule. So mas maraming patient na makaka-receive ng treatment na kanilang kailangan, 'di ba? So very good diyan. Palakpakan, isang palakpak pa nga. Milya-milya na ang layo ng accomplishment ni PBBM admin. Palugit, may oil crisis pa yan. Correct. Tama. Nung oil crisis oil crisis, isa tayo sa mga pinakapandikdikan magpaliwanag kung ano yung mga ginagawa ni PBBM. Halos umabot ng 100 mga steps yung ginawa ni PBBM to cushion the impact ng oil crisis dyan sa Middle East. 'Di ba? May plot twist. No? At totoo ba, mamilukanan ka na? Oo, dami natin no. Nataon pa nun di ba? Nag-viral yung video ko na yun Kasi parang nagkataon, nagtanong siya. May DDS na nagtanong. Sabi niya, ano mga pinagagawa ng ano mo, ng amo mong bangag? Sabi niya. Nagkataon, may listahan ako ng ginawa ni PBBM. Umabot na siguro ng mga 100 plus na steps. Tapos binasa ko sa kanya. Nahimatay yung DDS na. Ganun pala yung pautot doon. So sabi nito, inihayag ni House Prosecution Panel spokesperson Attorney Benjamin Tolosa Jr. na kung hindi sisipot si Mary Grace Piatos bilang witness sa impeachment trial ni Vice President Sara Duterte, lalo aniyang pagtitibayin ang kanilang posisyon sa isa lamang siyang gawa-gawang personalidad. Ganun pala yung technique. Ginamitan pala nila ng pambihirang technique. Yung pumirma ng Mary Grace Piatos ang dadalo. Tingnan natin kung anong ano. Kaya kasi 'di ba mga mandirigma kaya ako naguluhan parang may twist talaga Kasi 'di ba most of us thought that yung the House prosecution was going to use Mary Grace Piatos as a witness. Pero based on this yung latest clarification, that was not the real game plan. What they actually wanted was to give yung anyone claiming to be Mary Grace Piatos the chance to come forward. Kasi kung real person talaga siya, simple lang agad yung ang gagawin appear and say ako si Mary Grace Piatos, 'di ba? Now, if somebody showed up, the prosecution says that only strengthens their position kung if nobody show up, 'di ba? Yung prosecution lalakas yung posisyon nila na walang real person behind that name. Kaya the invitation wasn't immediately about testimony. It was more like a verification process first. Parang ganun Ewan ko, correct me if I'm wrong pero parang ganun yung tingin ko Kaya that's why many people got confused, including me. We all thought she was going to testify. Hindi pala. 'Di ba? Their strategy was to first determine if a real person would actually come forward. If someone appeared, that's one story. Pero pagka wala, then that becomes part of their legal argument. Parang ganun yung strategy nila. Ewan ko pero opinion ko lang din yan Pero I'm just stating it with conviction kasi parang with all honesty, medyo not only na naguguluhan, namamangha din ako Kaya alam niyo marami magiging revelation diyan sa Tsaka marami tayong matututunan diyan sa impeachment na 'yan. Baka pagkatapos ng impeachment na 'to, mag-abogado na ako Kaya gusto ko rin mag-discuss Basta kami Barsibal shoutout kasi marami ka rin natututunan. Kasi tayo hindi ko alam kung nanonotice nyo. Pag nagdi-discuss tayo or kunyari meron tayo I'm making sure na inaalam ko na yung natin ngayon, yung mga points na nating i-discuss para hindi tayo ba na napupulaan Pag di umattend, katang isip. Pag umattend, subject for cross-examination at masasala ng prosecutor. Correct, win-win situation Yun ang mga technique. That was the plan, but the person who signed multiple checks with different names ang witness. This is my speculation. Could be din, May lokanan ka na. Kasi the interesting part is that the invitation itself became a challenge, di ba? It's basically saying, if you're really Mary Grace Piatos, then come forward. Yun yung according dun sa prosecution. Pero I think nobody did eh. Di ba? So, now, it's much medyo clearer na eh why the prosecution spokesperson yung said that Mary Grace Piatos, no? Yung failure to appear supports their position. Hindi dahil witness nila siya, but because the absence of anyone claiming that identity is part of the argument they're presenting dun sa proceeding. So parang ganun lang din yun. So hindi pagdalo ni Mary Grace Piatos, suportado ang posisyon ng House Prosecution Panel na di siya totoong tao. So kung hindi siya sisipot, dali siya. Parang ganun. Okay? Hindi, marami tayong matututunan dito, I'm pretty sure. Ito, hindi pa rin naman natin confirm yung ano niyan. Pero yun na yung technique nila. Exciting ka na ba ang hearing? Sa July 6 eh, di ba? Sana naman walang gawing bomba si Fiona. Sana nga rin walang ano, no? Sana nakakulong muna panandalian si ano roon, si Cayetano. Kasi wag niyo underestimate daw si Cayetano.